Bound to the Prince. Chapter 2. The Balcony. Elena hadn't been able to shake him all night. Everywhere she went, the buffet, the bar, even the ladies' lounge, she felt his eyes on her. She told herself she was imagining it, that she was giving too much weight to a single conversation. But every time she glanced up, she caught him watching, dark gaze cutting through the crowd to pin her in place. It was suffocating. It was intoxicating. She tried to distract herself with champagne, sipping too quickly, laughing too loudly at Sophia's jokes. But Dante was always there, lingering at the edges of her vision like a storm cloud waiting to break. When she finally slipped out onto the balcony, it was for air. The night breeze kissed her bare shoulders, carrying away the thick perfume and cigar smoke of the ballroom. She leaned against the stone railing, closing her eyes, trying to steady her heartbeat. "You're hiding." Her eyes snapped open. Dante stood in the doorway, framed by the glow of chandeliers behind him. He didn't look like he belonged to the party. He looked like he owned it. The sight of him against the light, tall and sharp and utterly focused on her, made her breath hitch. "I'm not hiding," she said quickly, though her voice betrayed her. "I just needed a break." He stepped outside, the door clicking shut behind him. Suddenly the sounds of the party were muted, leaving only the quiet thrum of music and her racing pulse. "From me?" His voice was low, coaxing, as if he already knew the answer. Elena turned away, gripping the railing tighter. "From everything." But she could feel him move closer, the warmth of his presence brushing her back. He didn't touch her, not yet, but the tension in the air was suffocating, pressing against her skin. "You shouldn't run," he murmured. "I'm not running." "Then why?" he said, his lips so close to her ear that she shivered. "Are your hands shaking?" Elena cursed silently and quickly released the railing, folding her arms as if that could shield her. "Maybe it's the champagne." He chuckled, low and rich, the sound curling down her spine. "No, dolcezza. It's me." Her chest tightened. She hated that he was right. His nearness made her body betray her, trembling with awareness. She forced herself to meet his gaze when he stepped in front of her, caging her between the railing and his towering form. "Why me?" she whispered, desperate to regain some footing. "There are dozens of women inside dying for your attention." "Why me?" His eyes burned into hers, dark and unflinching. "Because you didn't come here for me. Because you're not impressed. Because—" He leaned in, his breath warm on her cheek. "You look at me like I'm a man, not a crown." Elena's pulse thundered. "And what if I don't want to be looked at by you?" His lips brushed dangerously close to hers, but he stopped just short, hovering, torturing. "Then you should push me away." Right now, her body screamed at her to do it, to shove him back, to escape the gravity of his presence. But her hands betrayed her, clutching the railing tighter as heat pooled low in her stomach. Dante smirked faintly, as if he'd read her silence as surrender. His knuckle traced lightly along her jaw, feather soft but searing. She gasped at the touch, eyes fluttering shut despite herself. "You don't want me to stop," he murmured. Elena's eyes flew open, a sharp denial on her tongue. But it died when she saw the hunger in his gaze, raw and unrestrained. He closed the distance. The kiss wasn't gentle. It was fire and possession, a clash of need and restraint breaking all at once. His mouth claimed hers, demanding, relentless, as if he'd been starving, and she was the only thing that could satisfy him. Elena gasped against his lips, her fingers curling into his suit jacket without meaning to. He groaned softly, deepening the kiss, one hand sliding to the small of her back to press her against him. The world spun. The night, the party, everything else disappeared, until there was only him. His heat, his strength, the intoxicating way he kissed her like she was already his. When he finally tore his mouth from hers, they were both breathing hard. His forehead pressed to hers, his voice rough with restraint. "This is only the beginning," he whispered. And before she could answer, the balcony door creaked open, spilling light and noise onto them. A pair of guests stepped out, laughing. Dante straightened, jaw tight, eyes still locked on hers. "We'll finish this later." Then he walked back inside, leaving her trembling, lips swollen, heart pounding with the terrifying realization that she wanted him to finish.